And way over here, we have Drew as a worker here with my hard hat on and my 3D glasses. That is, of course, a wax head of me done back in the very late 80s when I used to work at a wax museum. That's another thing I used to do, which was an incredible job, an incredible influence in my life. And then some other items, the Tut dark ride, the Turkey dark ride, an assortment of different stylized skulls up there at the top, a book about sideshow banners, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of things that all kind of make up Drew and the past and who he is today, whatever that may be. I remember going to a little dark ride in a tent at the Louisiana State Fair when I was about 6 or 7. And I came out and I thought that was the coolest thing I'd ever been in. And I knew that that's the kind of thing I wanted to grow up and design because it was fun. It was a wonderful entertainment venue and I was charmed by it. There are so many elements that contributed to my path to being design director at Sally Corporation. Not the least of which was the encouragement of my family, of my parents, who always said, if you want to be an artist, be an artist. All of the influences that I had in my life, theatrically, entertainment-wise, going to amusement parks, going to Disneyland, the second year it was open, 1957, when I was 7 years old. Did I know all of that was going to lead me here to do a job where we designed audio animatronic figures and dark rides? I didn't know it would, but it's what I wanted. What we do here is a combination of imagination and the arts and business. Imagination must be one of the single most important elements of life. I've always had a very vivid imagination. But part of the secret of imagination, especially in a situation such as working at Sally Corporation, is how to use your imagination, but marry your imagination with practicality. We can think of a million things to do out there. There's a million different ideas you can come up with, and there's very often a million ways to do any one thing. That's part of the imagination process, figuring out how to do it, how to best communicate our ideas and such. But we have to temper that with the reality of business. One of the things that we have to do is be very explicit about all details of what we want our production people to build. And here are the basis. There's a few sketches that one of our designers did a few years ago that explain how these things are going to end up. Here's how it's going to finally look, the placement of a figure. We have to explain how wide the grip of this character will be in his hand to hold on to a sword for the scene. And all the way through, every single character, every single element has to be specifically drawn so we understand what we are building. If we want to create this ride again, we know exactly how to build it now. The design work is done. All of these pages, which we create here in the design department all go out onto the production floor. So our mechanic people, our construction people, our scenic people, everyone understands the whole picture, where we're headed and what to do and how to build it. It is absolutely imperative that we all have the big picture of every project we do, even if it's a small animated character, or if it's a big dark ride, we have to understand the whole scope. That said, we work on details. We produce specifications of every little bitty element in a dark ride. A patch of grass to the side has to be designed. When we send our installation team to put in a dark ride, they can't be responsible for figuring out on the spot how something needs to be. We need to give them all of the aspects, all the way down to that small little patch of grass, so they will understand where it goes, how it needs to look, how it needs to work. The devil is in the details. And then you can move the monkey down. The monkey's on this branch.
Monkey's on the branch.
On the branch, yeah.
Okay.
The frog is on the rock. Let's put the spider here. Let's move Kilroy over here for now. Kind of move them back here.
Okay.
Probably the most important element required to be successful in a position such as this is communication. If you do nothing else in life, learn how to communicate. Learn how to express your opinions, express your ideas, express your concepts, orally, in writing, in art if you can. If you can communicate your wishes and desires, you're going to be ahead of the pack. The other is also a passion, a love of what we do. And so many of us here at Sally Corporation love what we do. If you have a creative spirit, I always like to tell young people, if you have a creative spirit, if you can draw, or if you can write, or if you can take good photographs, or whatever it may be, don't let people tell you not to. It's the most single important thing, in my opinion, that humans are able to do that, as far as we know, other animals can't. And that is create. Create beauty, create laughs, create scariness, create anything, create art. Keep on creating is my motto.